What's up, guys? Welcome to the Anime Sensei channel. To start things off, I have an anime rap channel called Sensei Beats. I've posted some extremely cool anime raps there, and I'll continue to post more and more. You should check it out. Your support and feedback will be much appreciated. Secondly, there's my Discord server. The links to both the channel and the server will be down in the description box below.
So, before we begin, remember to subscribe if you haven't yet, and press that bell icon to stay updated of all the new content we're creating. And beware for the following spoilers. Darker than black. Hei is a contractor for hire, a mercenary of sorts. As the name of the series suggests, it won't be sunshine and rainbows. Hei is ready to do whatever it takes to complete his contracts, even if it includes the death of a friend or a past ally. He's cold and antisocial, prefers to work alone kind of person, and likes to keep to himself. Whenever you see a man clad in black and with a white mask on his face, you better run as far as your feet can carry you, unless you have a death wish. And even then, his meticulous planning will have you falling into one of his traps eventually. He isn't someone to be trifled or messed with so lightly. If you make Hei your enemy, then you should already know that your life is forfeit. 9. 100 Man no Inochi no Ui ni Ore wa Tatiru. When he's transported into another world, a god with a headless figure invades his mind, showing him visions of a future in which Tokyo is being invaded by giant monsters and being destroyed with them, fighting for the world along with his friends in order to stop the monsters. He's then later given a task to accomplish with a deadline, and just like a game, completing said task will grant you an award, while failing in it will be your death. They now will have to fight together and battle those monsters in order to level up and be prepared for the calamity coming their way. 8. Kaifuku Jushushi no Yarinaoshi. Do I even have to explain that? I mean, seriously, is there anyone that ever watched anime that didn't see or glimpse even a single scene of this anime after it blew up in popularity since the beginning with its controversial, to say the least, non-child-friendly first episode? His power is that of healing, but the thing about his power is that it's the most powerful heal there is, up to the point that he can return amputated body parts as if they were never gone. With one side effect though, all the painful experiences they had when losing that part of their body or being hurt in general is transferred to him with all the gruesome details. The worse the injury, the worse he feels, to the point of sometimes losing consciousness from all the pain. 7. Guilty Crown. After all the training Shu gave his friends trapped in the school and survival lessons he taught them, though some were harsh, albeit but necessary, his methods even caused the death of one of his dearest friends, which took a truly heavy toll on him. But I digress. After the preparations were complete and everyone was able to leave the school safely, no thanks to the government, they all turn on Shu and Inori, attacking them and delivering Shu on a silver plate to Guy, who later decapitates his king arm and takes his powers away from him, as well as takes Inori from him. After the betrayal he suffered, Shu does the impossible to bring back Inori and defeat Guy, putting him in his place. Heavy is the head that bears the crown, and it's the truest when it comes to the responsibility Shu had to bear on the end of the series. 6. Arslan Senki. Similar to Akatsuki no Yona, in its story, the prince of the kingdom Arslan is off to his very first battle, led by his father, the king, and his undefeated generals. In a twist of fate, his father is captured, many of the generals are taken out, and his kingdom is usurped. Now, on the run with only the legendary Daryun protecting him, called Mardan Fu Mardan, it means the strongest of the strong, and I gotta tell you, he earns that name as he spares no time or effort when it comes to protecting Arslan. First thing on Arslan's to-do list is to gather an army and free his father from his imprisonment. 5. Gungrave. Well, this anime is the closest thing you guys will get from this list when it comes to resurrecting from the dead. Brandon, or Grave as he is later called, is pit against his best friend in fight until the death, in which he actually loses his life and then is resurrected by the hands of Dr. T as an undying revenant, an agent of vengeance if you may. While in the game of the same name and of which the anime is adapted from, Brandon wins the fight and Harry politely accepts his defeat with honor and is killed by Brandon. It's an interesting series of love, friendship, betrayal, and ambition. You should check it out, as the story is truly captivating, as well as the narrative and animation. 4. Sugika Michibiku Isekai Daochu. His parents signed a contract with the goddess to isekai one of their children to her world someday, and in return, she will bless them with immense powers that'll help him traverse this world he's in. The goddess, being a superficial snob, ridicules the hero and treats him with disrespect to the point she refuses to bless him and throws him off to the edge of her territory, which is practically a barren, dead land. While he descended, however, best boy Tsukuyomi blessed him and gave him a part of his powers, claiming that even without a blessing, his inner power is way stronger than what he thinks. 3. Zetsuan no Tempest. Even though Yoshino can't stop betraying his friend Mahiro, he never found it in his heart to be mad at him. Mahiro always believed that there's something better within his friend, and that he's actually a kind person. After the death of his sister, Mahiro enlisted the help of the strongest witch in the world to find the killer and punish him himself with the help of Yoshino after saving his ass from being at gunpoint and all that while trying to stop the epidemic that is turning people into metal. They have a lot on their plate to handle, and somehow it all roots back to the death of Mahiro's sister, Aika. 2. Black Lagoon. Revi is a merciless and sadistic killer without a conscience who'll kill anyone at the slightest provocation, even unarmed civilians. She's cold and heartless, is the furthest person from the concept of diplomacy. The only language she understands is that of death and killing one another. She doesn't have any forgiveness or mercy towards her enemies. She even shoots the main character at one point in the series. Bottom line, steer away from that psycho bitch. 1. Code Geass. Hangyaku no Lelouch. I mean, was there any shadow of a doubt that Lelouch would end up on this list and take the first place as well? Lelouch is a genius tactician and smarter than he is given credit for with his stratagem and manipulation. He was able to play both sides like a marionette to his puppets, so skillfully and elegantly, keeping his identity a secret for as long as he did, as well as defeating his father at his own game to the point he put God under his gas, including the fact that his nightmare was actually a prototype, and he's an IQ above 300 to maneuver the way he does it, and he does it with ease. Thanks to his charismatic nature, a lot of his followers were prepared to go to hell for him. All he had to do was order, and they obeyed. Their trust in their leader is blind and will obey him no matter what. And with this, we conclude our video. If you enjoyed this list, I want you to smash that thumbs up button, and if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe and press that bell icon to keep you notified of all our new videos. Also, I'd appreciate if you go ahead and check out my rap channel. The link will be down below in the description. Also, comment down below on the anime you like the most on this list, and if you're planning to watch any of them. And if you have any suggestions, place them in the comments as well. Until next time, see ya!
If you got a problem to speak out, I'm a cowboy and let's be by. Pristine skate at the treetop. Berserk what I'm keeping on rewatch. Hunter, I freak out. When I'm in my room, you should keep out. I'm a ghost in the shell, push you through hell like gun grave. That's a story to tell if you